Juliana, I got a question for you. As a woman, do you ever look at like men's butts?
Yeah, I look at men's butts.
Okay, because I've heard that women actually like guys with like bigger butts too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care if like a guy's butt is like big or not, obviously. Like that wasn't one of the things I listed last week. But I think like knowing if it was like bigger or not, like I think it would be like, I don't want it big though. Like I don't want you to be like a freaking, like bodybuilder, like showing your butt, that kind of thing. But like I hate, you know what I hate? I hate like pizza body. I call it pizza body when you're like,
the Doritos, the
super broad up top, and then like your like hips because like men don't have hips, so it's like if you are, and it's like flat too, it just like doesn't look good. But like I said, it's not like a defining factor for me.
So you don't like guys like too buff?
You like the Johnny Bravos?
Most girls don't.
No, I don't like that. I do like a nice set of arms, like here, biceps, right? So I like that, but I don't want you to be like, like
cut up.
Yeah, like
You just want someone who looks like athletic.
I want you to like be able to hug yourself.
You want somebody like what's the word? You want somebody that looks like they're sturdy, like they can like.
Yeah, like I want you to be like, muscular, but I want them to be soft too. Does that make sense?
Who's your like ideal? Because I know girls look at guys. Who's like a celebrity, influencer, whoever it might be. That you like. I want a guy to look like that, body type wise.
Oh, body type wise. Oh.
I feel like
damn! Look at that smirk.
She would say like Chris Brown.
I was gonna say Chris Brown. I think he has like a nice physique.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I'm also not one for like, I don't really care too much about like like the opposite sex, like about their body. Like if I were to like date them, that's like, I don't need you to be like cut and like in the gym. Like,
are you okay with dating like overweight?
Yeah, I guess I really wouldn't mind that, but
more loving for the pushing.
Yeah, I guess, but
or what's it?
More cushion for the pushing.
Yeah.
Wait, would you say most girls actually don't, or most women actually don't want like guys to be like overly huge? Like most women want people to look like Chris Brown. Like they just want people that look like that, like body type wise.
I think that's like your ideal, right?
Yeah.
Like as a female, and if you're pretty fit, you want someone to, fit that same category.
Yeah.
But I think like that's just like a, sometimes it's like an unrealistic thing, right? It's like not everyone is going to be like, as athletic looking as like, someone like Chris Brown might be. But
I'm just going to say this, in my opinion, I feel like every guy can look like that after like 8 years.
yeah.
That's just my opinion. Whether you have like terrible genetics or like if you have great genetics, you probably do it faster. AKA like Brad, that man looked like he was 18 years old, looked like that basically. Or like you have really not the best genetics. Most guys can actually get there within like a good period of time. They actually like try and work.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only takes like maybe 2 or 3 years of just dedication. You can get it.
Well, Jesse, if you're 6'1" like us, it takes a lot longer.
I'm sure. I don't know.
But no, I'm saying most guys, that is very attainable. But that's probably like good for most guys to hear because most guys probably like, oh yeah, they probably want some freaking like muscles. Like most guys, when they start working out, a big reason why they start working out is because of girls.
It's always because of girls.
It's always the girls. And then they realize.
What about health? Hello?
No. Everything guys do, low key in the back of their mind, is to get girls. Everything. Why do they get haircuts? Because they think girls will like them when they have a nicer haircut. Why do they work out? Because they feel that girls like muscles. Why do they try to get a lot of money? So they can buy bottles and buy nice stuff to impress girls.
Oh my God.
It's almost all of it has somewhat to do with girls. But basically, I was saying like guys, they don't realize after some time, I feel like most guys get this. Like the bigger you get, the less someone's gonna like you. Like less girls are gonna like you because then they'll be like,
more men to admire you at that point. So.
yeah, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's too into himself or stuff like that.
Yeah, what's associated with it, right? Like if he looks like that, then he's probably spent a lot of time at the gym.
Yes.
And how much time can he actually
Spend on
dedicate
it.
towards
Yes.
the relationship?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
No, that's a good point. And
Yes.
also, like, going back to what you said about genetics, like, For you guys, it might not be possible. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So just settle down.
You do with the best you got.
Yeah,
You work with what you
settle
got.
down, okay?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
And no one needs like that weird shoulder thing. Like, I don't know what that is.
Traps.
Ew, it's so ugly.
Traps.
And I don't understand, like, every time I, like, ask, like, what my guy friends are, like, doing in the gym, they're like, oh, you know, something to do with arms or shoulders or, like, back. But it's like, what about your legs? You gonna leave them lonely?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like the only guy in our gym right now who actually does hip thrusts. Is like very weird.
That is a little weird.
It's
But go off.
it's the only workout that like you can train your butt in that way.
Nice firm booty, you
Yeah,
know?
'cause
Like, it doesn't need to be, like, but, you know, guys, they're flat. They're like,
Yeah, it's
You
like it's
know
like
what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
it's like
It goes
like,
in.
like I can squat and deadlift all I want and my butt will never grow just because how my body works. So I literally
Yeah.
have to hip thrust.
oh, okay. Thrust
Or just
on.
run. Just run.
No, if you run, it doesn't work because it's like
Sprint.
it's not even that because it depends. If you run with like a ton of leg drive, you're not gonna be using as much butt.
No, incline 12.
You know what I'm
3
saying?
miles
Like
per
it's the
hour.
only workout where you can work your butt in a certain way where it's just butt. There's a reason why every girl who wants a butt does hip thrust. Okay,
I agree.
that's why I'm in there like doing hip thrust. I'm like, I'm gonna thank myself one day. I'm gonna thank myself one day.
I have heard that in general, when it comes to like guys and like their physique, women in general do not like guys who are too fit, like you said, or too good looking because women as a whole do not want to compete with their men.
Oh, I don't think about stuff like that. But I would understand as to why, because it's like then you're constantly trying to like keep up with you know
Yes.
the other. If they're like think about if they're like super into fitness, like if they're doing all that like stuff and like they're measuring their food and like macro counting and all that weird stuff, like then like you're like, you know, like whatever, you're like, honey, I don't want to measure my rice today. Like I want to eat the whole bowl, you know? So it's kind of like, I personally, that wouldn't work for me because I'm just kind of like, I eat what I want, but I definitely work out and I try to, you know, make sure for the most part that I'm like monitoring how much I eat, but like I don't want to have to like compete like who looks better in the mirror. That's so weird.
So I'll expand on that a little bit. So women naturally are more emotional, correct? So initially you may be attracted to the guy because there's physical features or whatnot. But as you get deeper and deeper into the relationship, it becomes less physical and more emotional and more mental, correct? And if the guy is basically constantly on his ish and always and like working out as he's looking like in peak physical form, you naturally are thinking, why are they so dedicated to the gym? Like, why are they like so worried about how they look? Are they like trying to attract other girls?
Yeah.
Are they trying to like, you know?
Yeah.
So-
Especially with y'all's comment about everything is for the girls. So it's just kind of like if they're not working towards a personal goal, like if you're kind of just already fit and you're just trying to like maintain, I would understand that. But if you're not like doing it for like a purpose, then it's kind of like what other motive is there, right?
Okay.
It's like,
You got a good point, but I guess I got to clarify that comment. Almost everything a guy does in the beginning, it starts with girls.
When they're single.
When they're single, it almost all starts with girls when they're single. But once, like, of course, once they start dating and stuff like that, like if a guy has kids and stuff, he will start working more because he's like, I got to provide.
yeah.
But when they're single, when you're young, the majority of the time, what you're trying to like acquire all that stuff for is for girls. It's just how it is.
Yeah, but what if like that guy is like super fit and he's like married with kids, but he's like always in the gym because he wants the other to look at him?
It's the same thing for girls, okay? Why do girls start wearing makeup and stuff like that? Why do they start
Yes.
learning how to do makeup even better? Why do they contour their face sharper and sharper and sharper and sharper and show less and less and less skin and have redder and redder and redder lipstick?